I am in full belief that child support should be eradicated. Um, Now, alimony, we can talk about it, but I believe that child support, just in terms of the court ordered child support, should be eradicated. And we see the results. Look at the look at the results, bro. Uh, I don't know what I'm gonna call this series because it's definitely gonna be a series. I don't know if I should just call it "Child Support Should Be Eliminated," but I'm talking about even before I was RP aware. I never really believed in child support. Like I just believe this is just an excuse to siphon money off the baby father. Now, and to double dip really. Now, single 304s will make up all types of excuses. And you'll hear them talk. Like they'll even talk about, oh, what do you mean that little $300 or that little $200 a month? I'm like, if it's so little, why you need it? They'll say that little $75. I'm like, okay, so you're gonna put court orders on that man, sending people to his place. He's gonna have to go to court. He's gonna have to go to custody hearings, all this stuff over $75. $75 a month. Clearly, you need that $75 a month if you're gonna put him through all that for 75. I've seen women say stuff like, "I'm like, so why even put him through that?" First of all, it's a control factor, and number two, it's another way for them to double dip because what happens is that man pays that child support, right? He pays it, but you already know what happens. She doesn't use it to saving the money. She doesn't put it in the kids' college fund. She doesn't put it in a Roth IRA or something, an investment, something that gains interest when you save it, right? They don't do none of that. They spend the money, and then what happens is, oh no, the kid needs this for school and this for work, or I need this for rent, and you're just like, what happened? This is the child support money. Where's that? That's not enough. So why, bruh? So what ends up happening is the dad ends up still having to pay for the extra stuff on top of the child support because she's using the child support as extra income. And I don't want to hear no hoes act like this don't happen. I'm sorry. I heard you guys. I hear you guys talk. I be hearing you guys talk. Let's not play stupid. That's what most of y'all are out there doing. You're scamming. It's a modern women. Most women that are on child support are modern day scam artists. When we talk about, the scammers in the street, you got to add the women that are putting their man on child support on top of that. They talk about, but I need it for rent and gas. I'm like, this is where your job comes in. But it's for the kid. No, this is, if you have a job, if you didn't have a kid and you were living by yourself, you would still have to pay for gas, rent, food, right? You know what I mean? If you didn't have a kid and you were living by yourself, you would have to pay these things. These are adult things that you just pay. But how can I afford it? Can the father afford it? But I don't know. If he can afford it, why don't you let him have custody? But that's the game. They're not trying to, the more they keep the custody away from the father, the more money they get from the government, from the court orders. This is why they are vehemently against fathers having custody of their kids, because no more child support. And even then, you still, like, I know dads that have full custody of their kids and they still have to pay child support. And you're just like, how does that even work? But that just shows you the child support is not for the father. They really should just rename it baby mama support. But that, if it was really like that, then that would be eradicated, because child support's not supposed to be alimony, right? So let's listen to the video real quick with TK Kirkland, and he's going to have a discussion about child support with a straggle. And unfortunately, women think that if you're not paying child support, that means, as a father, that means you're not taking care of the kid, which is insanity. But let's take a listen.
But I pay child support. I'm not a bum.
7 kids at
Did you pay
7
for the
women?
school?
Of course.
Okay.
When you're saying, what
So
do I pay? You're thinking child support. I'm not giving anything. I take care of my babies.
Okay, what does that look like? Taking
Put
care of
through
some
school,
kids.
clothes, trips, etc.
So you still have one that's underage?
Yes, and well taken care of.
So who drives them to school?
His mom.
So you pay for the gas?
No.
You pay for
Girl,
her car
what-
insurance?
No.
What,
pay
is
for
this
her
an
car bill?
interrogation?
Do you pay for her light bill?
No.
Do you give her money for food?
Of course.
How much?
Whatever she needs. You're thinking, I need X, Y, and Z, but there's some women on this planet who move a certain way. And when they need something, some women will say, baby, I need this, and it's done.
Baby, you are my baby daddy.
No.
We made a mistake,
There
right?
you,
Remember?
there you go again. You're not child support. You're not a
Exactly,
judge.
and you're
All
not-
do is say
child
what
support
you
is
would
not
like
for you.
your life. You can't say what's good for somebody else's life.
Find me one mother that is okay with raising time-wise
I'm listening.
and financially their child, with the dad saying, "Yeah,
I
so a
know
couple
5
of
of
Telling
them.
me that if he's not paying your bills and all the other stuff, plus take care of the child, he's not doing a good job, or like he should be on child support. Child support is not for the mother; it's for the child.
But I pay child
Well,
support.
let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. It's women are using it as extra income. Now, when you bring it up, they act like I don't have, like, if a man brings that up, they'll act like they don't know. They just act like we crazy. That and we're like seeing it in front of us. They act like we're crazy for saying that, for seeing the obvious. What women are using. Like, even Kim Kardashian put Kanye West on child support. It's like 200,000. Look, man. Here's my opinion on child support. I really think it should be eliminated, but I say it should be used. Like for me, it should be used. I believe it should be eliminated, but basically it should be, if you have a kid out of wedlock, I don't think you should be obligated to child support. That's my opinion. I'm sticking to that. But say if it's that bad, meaning, so no, forget that. I just, look, if you have a kid out of wedlock, that's on you. Now, if you get married, this is where I will start having the discussion. But like I said, particularly a particular group of demographic in this country, 83% of them have kids out of wedlock. Over 80% of them have kids out of wedlock. A certain demographic of this country. I'm not going to get into it. I don't want people to get their feelings hurt. But these are the facts. So I don't even want to hear that. Now, when we're talking about marriage, if you're married, I believe this: if the man initiates the divorce, meaning he starts another family and he wants to cut ties with the family, I believe he owes his first family alimony, and they should make a calculation from that end, and basically child support should be calculated inside that calculation. You know what I'm saying? To where that first family can still be straight because he left. This is where I believe child support should come in. I believe child support should not come in if she initiates the divorce. Meaning I'm talking about no fault. If we still have no fault divorce and she's doing it via that, I believe she should not be entitled to child support. That's my opinion when it comes to child support. Really, it shouldn't even be a thing. But that's just my opinion. And but he left. But you were reckless. You were reckless. And then on top of that, first of all, and I'll end it at this, because I've made this argument for so long. If you can allow abortions to happen, whereas like my body, my choice, why doesn't a man have the option to financially abort? That's really the killer argument right there. That's the killer argument. But let me end this. My bad. Let me put it back, because I wanted to replay the video one more time just to highlight the words, what she was saying, who was trying to argue with TK, where basically the mentality of the average strag is, even if you literally are taking care of your kids, if you're not paying her the child support, then you're not, that means you're a deadbeat. Even if you're literally taking care of the kids, but because you're not paying child support, that automatically makes you a deadbeat. That's her mentality.
I'm not a bum.
7 kids, it's
Did you pay
7
for their
women.
Of course.
Okay.
When you're saying, what
So
do I
what?
pay? You're thinking child support. I'm not giving anything. I take care of my baby.
And there's a lot of dudes in that. They take care of the kids. This is, they don't pay. They're not paying no. They're not going through. And by the way, you don't need the courts to do this. You and the girl can have an agreement outside of the court and be like, look, you can see your kids whatever you want. They'll live with me during the week. You can take them on the weekends, or vice versa, right? You can see your kids whatever you want. Let's make this 50-50. You can pay this much, and I'm going to use it for the kids. I have a job, you have a job, but you just pay this, and I'll use that to help the kids. And we'll figure everything. We'll make a calculated payment for school. You could do this without the courts. You don't need the courts for this. But like I said, most women opt. Most women, when given the option, are going to put the man on child support, even if they have enough. Even if they have enough money. Even if they have the money. Even if they make a lot of money. Look at Kim Kardashian.
Okay, what does that look like? Taking
Put
care
the
of
school,
kids.
clothes, trips, etc.
So you have to have one that's underage.
Yes, and well taken care of.
So who drives them to school?
His mom.
So you pay for the gas?
No.
You pay for
Girl,
the car
what?
insurance?
No.
What
pay
is
for a
this
car
an
bill?
interrogation?
So they believe that child support should include gas, the car insurance. And I'm like, no, this is where your job comes in. This is 2024. Like, women can work. Women got jobs now. They're everybody is viable for work. There's no, I'm this stay at home. Most women don't even want to do that no more. Well, now they're trying to do that now because they don't want to work anymore because they're seeing what the economy is like. But everybody got to work now. So all this stuff about, I need this for gas. No, if you're broken up, that's not your man no more. Especially when we're talking about, because most women initiate breakups. You look at it through the divorce statistics, most divorces are initiated by women. It's like 80%. And most breakups in general, let's keep it real. All breakups, you're not broken up until the woman says so. Right? If the man wants to break up with her, she's gonna and he leaves, it's not gonna look pretty. So she has to end it for it to be officially over. It's only officially over when the woman says it's over. So most women are the initiators of breakups. So if you decided to break up with that man, he doesn't owe you anything. Especially if it's like on some irreconcilable differences, no fault divorces, and all types of reasons that they'll do.
Do you pay for her light bill?
No,
Do you give her money for food?
of course.
How much?
Whatever she needs. You're thinking, I need X, Y, and Z, but there's some women on this planet who move a certain way. And when they need something, some women will say, baby, I need this, and it's done.
Baby, you are my baby daddy.
No.
So out of all the things that he said, she took that part to lift in the air. Oh, don't call me baby, bruh. Out of all the things he said, this is why I tell people, do not argue with women. That's just a no lose. That's just, a no win situation, because you can literally say everything perfectly and she'll pick out the one part that has nothing to do with the conversation and lift that in the air and to dismiss your point. You know what I mean? You just say what you need to say and just walk away. That's what I usually do.
No.
We made a mistake, right? Remember?
There you go again. You're not child support. You're
Exactly.
Not a judge.
And you're
All you
not,
do is say
child
what
support
you
is
would
not
like
for you.
But that's the mentality. You know what I mean? It's sad. It's really sad, but you know, that's the mentality. That's why I remember this is when Orange Man was running for office the first time. And I remember I was somewhere, I'm not going to say where, and it was a whole bunch of black men talking crazy about Orange Man. This is when he was running, 2016. And I remember the banner. They said Orange Man in talks of eliminating child support, and everybody just look up like this here. and then they just kept talking like they didn't see it. And I was just like, yo, look, man, child support needs to be eliminated. It needs to be eliminated. My next video, when I talk about this, I'm going to show you, unfortunately, the final product of what generations of leaning on child support, whatever, leads to. And I'm going to show you the video of 50 Cent's his first son, Marquise. I hope I'm saying his name right. And how he talks about his dad and his mentality, because 50 Cent has always been consistent and said his mom poisoned that boy's mind. And you see how he talks, the stuff that he says. And I'm just like, bro, when I saw that video via Kwame Brown's channel, me and Kwame Brown were on the same page. Kwame Brown said, we need to send that video when Marquise Jackson was talking about $8,000 a month isn't enough. whatever from 50. And Kwame Brown basically said, in terms of eliminating child support, we need to use that video as evidence as why it needs to be eliminated, because the mindset, the entitlement, you're just like, yeah, this system doesn't work. That child support system doesn't work. But they're not going to eliminate it because it's just too much money to be made off the family courts. The judges make money off of it. The lawyers make money off it. It's a racket. It's a whole racket. You know what I mean? So that's going to be a very hard system to overthrow, so to speak.